into Iowa. That's going to be 534. Let me get another look in here and see who's north of Mercer and who else may be under that risk. So Somerset potentially, and Lineville, Somerset, and Mercer. You want to, we've got somebody out there that's seen this that says, hey, this could drop at any point. That's the precursor to a tornado, is a rapidly rotating wall cloud. So at any point that could produce a tornado. So you want to be in your tornado safe place. It won't be in Mercer County long. 50-mile-per-hour storm is booking. This thing's moving. So you don't have a lot of time, is my point. And then once it's through, you'll be all clear. So those of you in Lindley, you're clear. Princeton, you're clear. So this is going to be just east of 65 Highway. There's a little hail core that I see here that's just east of Lineville. So that'd be the hail core. The tornado would be somewhere in this zone. It's tough to tell when you get so far away from the radar. You lose detail with that. It looks like it's going to be west of Cleopatra. You are in the warning in Cleopatra, but it likely is just to your west and east of 65 Highway, just about to cross over into the Iowa border. Melissa, earlier we had that report from an emergency manager. Is there anything else that's coming in? They've got somebody that they're obviously communicating with out there, so we might be able to say, hey, it's still spinning, or just seeing if there's anything coming in. No, we have not had anything coming in for the Mercer County storm, but I do want to point out that the tornado possible tag that we have with the Carroll, Jackson, Lafayette, and Ray County, there have been some reports to the National Weather Service of a rotating wall cloud near Hardin, which is in Ray County. So the National Weather Service says there's not any great signs of rotation on radar, but they're taking a closer look, and there are some emergency managers that are out there that have said that there has been reports of some lowering from that activity just south of Hardin. So it's something that we're going to have to watch at this point. Still no tornado warning for this storm, but a tornado possible tags. We're seeing some weak rotation with that storm, and the National Weather Service monitoring it very closely for any signs of lowering and that rotating wall cloud as well. Yeah, that's the precursor that we have up in Mercer County. It's the same thing as, we're watching them on radar, we're seeing if they're spinning, but if you've got somebody that's trained up in storm spotting and they're seeing a rotating wall cloud, if they've got a clear shot of it, there's no tornado, then they may not necessarily go with the tornado warning, but that is what happens right before a tornado can drop. So we're going to watch that one very closely for you, especially in Ray County. Here's the one that we have that's up in Mercer County. This is our lone tornado warning. Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings out there. We've got 1, 2, 3, and then a big one that's down here in portions of Henry, Johnson, and Missouri, and Cass and Bates as well. But here's our tornado warning just about to cross over into Iowa. We won't be with this one too awful long before it's out of our coverage area. So it looks like it would be just past Mercer. Mercer, you are now clear of a tornado threat. It would be near Lineville, which is in the Iowa, that's crossing over into Iowa. So there's the Iowa border. There's Somerset. And then it's, if you're up in this zone, so it looks like Cleo would be kind of next in line. They'd get the hail first, and then maybe there would be some spin that follows that, some rotation that would follow behind that hail core. So that would be around Somerset. If you're anywhere up here, let's see if there's, so Cleopatra, there's our latest scan. This is it right here. We'll be with this for one more scan. If there's a tornado, it's going to be right in this zone. So this would now be north of Somerset, north of Cleopatra, right on the Iowa border. That would be it. All right. So it's going to track right like this, right to the northeast. So you can see that little bit of a notch in there. It's kind of tough to make out, but right about there is where it would be. So, I mean, it's there right now. It doesn't even make sense to put a track on it. It'd be probably just east of Missouri W. That looks like Road W, something like that. And it's going to be west of York, and quickly it's going to cross over into Iowa. So that tornado warning goes till 5:15, but it's not going to be a threat until 5:15 for Mercer County. Mercer's done, Lindley's done, even though the warning does continue there. It's just because this is moving so awfully fast at about 50 miles per hour. It looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning up here by Trenton and Milan and Browning. And let's see what this one has with it real quickly. This one's going to go until 5:30. Also a tornado possible tag with this. So that's what we were predicting might happen today, is you get these storms and a big line of them with a primary threat of hail and high winds. A lot of them are going to do that. But you notice, if I move this out of the way just a little bit, so if you're around Trenton and Browning and Chula, These are kind of isolated. This isn't one big string, one big line. And when they're like that, these can try to get a little brief tornado to drop. It's not strong enough now, but there may be a little bit of spin with some of those that we're going to have to keep tabs on. So the Mercer County tornado potential looks like it has moved out. It would now be in Iowa. As of the last scan, which was several minutes ago, with a storm that's moving 50 miles per hour, that would be out. So it looks like, even though the warning does continue in Mercer County, we're going to continue with our news coverage as the threat has moved into Iowa. So that's what we'll do. We'll kick it over to Brad and Carolyn here in just a moment. Multiple severe thunderstorm warnings continue. A lot of us want to know, when is all this going to be done? And when is it going to come in some of the areas that are to the east? We're going to walk through all of that here in just a moment. It's going to be ahead in your First Warn 5 forecast. All right, we're going to kick it over to Brad and Carolyn.
Tonight on Live at 5.
Our First Warn 5 weather day continues as we track powerful storms with a severe risk. We're on top of it all. We have you covered in your First Warn 5 forecast.
This resident is hoping for cooler temps, but not this wind that comes with it. We talk with them about their concerns with more severe weather on the way. Live at 5.
Enhanced security measures here at the Blue Springs Fieldhouse comes just in time for summer. Live at 5, Parks and Recreation shares their plans to give parents peace of mind.
Imagine a green park in downtown Kansas City that's going to cover up all of this traffic on the south side of the downtown loop. We're giving you that major update live at 5.
KCTV 5 News starts now with a First Warn Weather Day.
Live at 5, the threat for severe weather continues now into the evening.
Some of our counties remain under a tornado watch.
And with that said, today is a First Warn 5 weather day.
Yeah, many neighborhoods are getting hit again as the cleanup continues after Sunday's round of storms.
Yeah, Live at 5, our team is everywhere. Kansas City now clear of the severe weather.
First, Chief Meteorologist Luke Dora shows us where the storms are right now. Luke, active day.
Active, yeah. And Carolyn just said it. Kansas City, we're done. It may still be windy where you are. On the backside of these storms, we're still getting some rocking winds to come through, but the storm threat is done for the metro. It's all on this line. Once you're on the backside of this line, you're wrapped up. That's how today played out. We do still have a number of warnings, though, so let's walk through them here on the radar. As we go up north, here is the tornado warning that continues right now for Mercer County, but the storm has passed. It's up into Iowa. It is outside of our coverage area. So Mercer, Princeton, you are in the clear. No longer a tornado threat for you there. Here's a new a severe thunderstorm warning that popped up that is near Trenton and Galt, and so we'd be looking at Grundy and Lynn and Livingston and Sullivan counties. This one goes until 5:30. There is a tornado possible tag with this. These storms there's two of them right here, and when they're by themselves like that, they're not kind of strung together, then they can want to rotate. So that's being monitored right now. Not a tornado warning, but it's possible that we get one. So that's something that's being tracked there. Hey, some good news for the storm that was around Carrollton, and we'd be looking at Ray County, Carroll County, places like that. No longer a severe thunderstorm threat here. It has dropped down below that. It's a rocking storm. It's still going to produce a lot of lightning and a lot of rain and some gusty winds, but not severe level winds, not severe level hail. And then this cluster down here has been one of the stronger ones. So there's the metro that we see. It's all well past the metro. It's east of Freeman. It's east of Lacine, but from Butler to Appleton City to Clinton, and here's Warrensburg. That line, a lot of lightning and potential for more widespread strong winds, 60, 65 miles per hour. We've seen some hail in this too that is up to 1.5 inches in diameter, maybe ping pong ball, something like that as far as size goes. We do still have a tornado watch for some of us. Let's go to Melissa, look at that and the timing for when this is done across our area. Melissa, over to you.
Absolutely. So we still have the tornado watch in effect until 10 p.m. for our Missouri counties that are east of the I-35 corridor, as well as the counties along I-49 and eastward as well. So if you're in KCK, Ottawa, St. Joseph, Maryville, anywhere on the Kansas side, you're in the clear at this point. So Luke has just gone over the radar. I wanted to place it over as we talk about how we're going to continue to see this play out and when it's going to be out of the area. So we're at least giving us some leeway for the 9 o'clock time frame. So this continues to pull through by 9 o'clock. However, with those storms almost on the eastern edge of our counties, we think by the time 7 o'clock rolls around, we are going to be generally in the clear. As the sun starts to set, things start to die out, and we're going to start to be seeing clear skies and quieter conditions. So this line is the main event. So once this line is past you, we are going to continue to see that tornado watch be shaved down. And once that line is past you as well, you are in the all clear. clear. So we're going to continue to watch those areas that are in our eastern counties at this point. But as those continue to move out of the area, we think by 7, 8 o'clock tonight, we are going to be in the clear and severe weather threat will diminish through the overnight hours. Brad, over to you.
All right, thank you, Melissa. Now, some sirens went off this afternoon from downtown Kansas City, Missouri to Johnson County. KCTV5 has learned it was a mistake, even though there was not an active warning. It's really the exact opposite of what happened 2 nights ago when storms caused a lot of damage, but no one heard a warning in parts of Johnson County. Now, with all this siren confusion, we went to the officials who issue those warnings for some clarification. Live at 5, KCTV5's Gianni Navarro joins us now from one of the areas hard hit and explains what she found out today. Gianni?
Yeah, Brad, earlier today I spoke with a warning coordination meteorologist with the National Weather Service. Before the storms hit this afternoon, he tells me that tornado warnings are issued when a tornado is going to happen or when it's already happening. From there, it is up to the city or county to set off the sirens. If you did not hear sirens on Sunday night, you are not wrong.